Welcome to our few minutes together. As you can tell, the venue is a bit changed. We're in the Sukkah. It's Hoshana Rabbah. It's nighttime, and we're about to speak about the upcoming Yom Tov. And this week, instead of speaking about Parshas Bereshis, which usually has some days prior to it in which we could speak about, and as we have in the past, I'd like to focus a little bit on the upcoming Yom Tov, and especially V'zos HaBrocha. As we mentioned about Parshas Hazinu, V'zos HaBrocha is a little bit an orphan. Hardly ever do we have an opportunity to speak about V'zos HaBrocha because it's not read on Shabbos, and many don't darshan. By the way, you might notice some background noises. That's because we're outside. To get on with our discussion, V'zos HaBrocha has a very famous pasuk, which is sung at almost all chasanas, and when Jews get together, Vayehi B'shur Melech V'hisas'ef Roshei Yachad Shivtei Yisrael. And it was when Yeshurun was the king, when the Torah was king in Yeshurun, Vayehi B'shur Melech. And it was when the Torah was king in Yeshurun, or as Rashi translates it, when Hashem was king in Yeshurun, and Yeshurun referring to Yerushalayim because Ki Mitzion Teitzei Sora, and the pasuk before is talking about the Torah. So it was when God and the Torah were king in Yeshurun, B'sasef Roshei when all the heads of the nation gathered together, Yachad, together, Shiftei Yisrael, with all the tribes of the Jewish people. And as Rashi says, when there's unity amongst the Jewish people, it's unbeatable. And when we get together, that's when HaKadosh Baruch Hu was king in Yerushalayim. Isn't it interesting? We're going out of the Yom Tov of Sukkot, and we're coming into the Yom Tov of Shemini, Atzeret, and Simchat Torah, which of course in Eretz Yisrael is all one day. What a difference. On Sukkot, we are surrounded by the Sukkah, and we are the center of the Sukkah. And it's almost as if the Sukkah is centered around us. While on Simchat Torah, we're dancing around, and the center is the Torah and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. On Sukkot, HaKadosh Baruch Hu envelops us. And when it comes to Simchat Torah, we're enveloping the Torah, and we are the ones who are on the outside. And we dance in a circle. The nature of the Jewish people is that we dance in a circle around the Torah. The last Gemara in Masechet Tainis makes the famous statement, Amar Rebbe Loza said, Asir HaKadosh Baruch Hu lasos mochel latzadikim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to make a circle dance for the righteous. V'hu yoshev beineihem began Eden. And he is the one who's going to be sitting in the middle. And the pasuk they quote is from Yeshaya, which we say in the Ato Haresa of Simchat Torah. Zeh Hashem kivinu lo v'yoshienu. This is HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and we point to him. V'omar bayom hahu, and it will be said on that day, Zeh Hashem kivinu lo. This is the one that we have faith in. You know the difference between being in the middle and being on the outside? In the Sukkah, it's almost like there's a centripetal force, a force going towards the middle, protecting us, while on Simchat Torah, there's a centrifugal force. We're all dancing in the circle, and yet we don't run away from the Torah, but we're, again, pulling the force centripetally towards the center with the Torah. Why don't we fall apart when there's a force that's dancing around in a swift circle? Why doesn't the circle expand and fall apart? It doesn't fall apart because we're holding hands. And we're holding hands because each and every member of that circle is vital and crucial to the unity of the circle. And as long as we hold hands, as long as all the Jews are in that circle, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu is in the middle with the Torah, then that's Vayehi B'shur Melech B'sasef Roshei Yachad Shivtei Yisrael. Every Jew participates in Simchat Torah. Everyone has a share and a chelek in making the Torah the center of Jewish life. And it is. Without the Torah, there is no Jewish life. There's no Judaism. There's no Jewish life. There's no Torah. There's no world. Because Bereshis, with the Rashis, meaning with the Rashis of the Torah, the world was created. So we have an unbelievable opportunity. On Simchat Torah, we're going to hold hands and dance together in a circle, and no one's letting go. No one's letting go because we're each tangential and important to that circle. And as long as we're all together, no one is any different or any better than any other. We're all equal on the circle, and each and every member is vital to the holding together of that circle. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu is in the center. He's radiating out, and we're radiating in. In the Sukkah, He surrounds us. On Simchat Torah, we surround Him as recognition of the fact that as the year goes on, the Torah is the centerpiece of our lives. Have a wonderful Simchat Torah Yom Tov.